All right, it's March 20th, and here's the Rogue Trader Daily Trading Summary. Now, what a day. We woke up this morning and we saw further weakness overnight after a bit of a rally yesterday. I think that the price got down to 60,700, something like that. So it probably scared the pants off the people who were watching overnight. Now, we've since rallied back up, and we're hanging around 64,000 right now. Here's the thing. A lot of people are really stressed about this. We're in an unusual situation. Why is it unusual? Well, normally, when we're trading, we're trying to generate monthly income or a steady income, okay? And we do that generally by being delta neutral. We're agnostic on direction. We don't know if the S&P or oil or whatever is going to go up or down or Bitcoin. I don't know. Who knows, right? We're not trying to predict the future. We're not trying to be right on direction and timing. We're just trying to earn income, earn steady income. When volatility settles down, we're gonna back right off. We're earning very, very little. When volatility goes up, we're going to take opportunities to try and earn more. So we find ourselves in a very interesting situation that I think a lot of people find themselves in. And in fact, we've gotten a lot of messages from people who are really stressed out. Here's the thing. Most people are long. I don't think there's a lot of people who are short from highs. There might have been some people, at least short-term shorts. No problem. It's probably a good trade. Made sense we're going to have some pullback. But, we could have went up to 90,000, then had the pullback. Nobody knows, right? But scalpers might have made some money from this. We're remaining long. We're remaining bullish in a market that's been coming down. That's sort of counterintuitive. That's not something we would normally do. And we're only doing it because we know the facts behind the amount of coins that are being mined, the amount of ETF buying, the potential amount of future ETF buying, and we're long-term bullish. I mean, if we want to back right out, all these little moves, on a longer-term chart are practically meaningless, but they hurt right now. As an options seller, your equity, your account just doesn't go up, and never does this on the way up. Of course it does. And in Bitcoin has a 40% drop. Well, guess what? You're going to lose, most of the gains you've probably made over the last few months, unless you've locked in those gains and taken them out, which is always a smart thing to do. So a lot of people are really hurting right now. And when you're long a market that's falling, it doesn't matter if you're long the underlying asset or spot or futures or your long calls, your short puts, whatever. All those positions that go against you, combined with the fact that the underlying asset is just losing value. Even if you were completely flat, you just own Bitcoin. Well, you're down 15% from the top, right? Because the asset's down 15%. So you have to be comfortable with a fluctuating equity. And you can't stare at it. It's good to look at it every now and then, know where it is. And the key is to maintain margin. You get some in-the-money puts, for example, well, you can roll them. Or if you've got margin, you can sell puts when you think we're at the bottom, or buy more calls, or load up on more futures. So you have extra oomph on the way up. I mean, whatever your strategy happens to be, wherever you think the quote-unquote bottom is, not that we're ever in the business of picking tops and bottoms. That's for suckers. So I guess my message is even though we see a lot of the temporary value and equity being bled out, this is where you really need to hold on more than ever. Could it keep going down? Sure. Could be at 50,000 next week. I don't know, right? So what are we going to do if that happens? Well, we're going to roll positions. We're going to adjust positions. We might sell some calls. We might split them out into strangles. We might roll them down. We might roll them down and out. We might put that intrinsic value further out in time and then look to bring it forward again later. There's all kinds of things that we do. That we basically work. Well, if you watch our live streams, you'll see us doing it. And we help our members do that type of stuff. But the point is we just have to wait for the market to get its strength again. And again, this isn't something that we would normally sit around and hope for. Oh, I hope the market goes our way. That's ridiculous. That's not what trading is about. This is a special case because we know the ETF inflows are there. We know the halving is coming up. We know how much is being mined every day. The numbers just add up that the thing's probably going to go up. Could there be a political event? Could there be something that causes it to go down or go to zero? Sure, it's crypto, it's Bitcoin. These things can happen, but it seems pretty unlikely. So let me just bring up a chart here just to show you what was happening. Hey, last night, let me see, I'm sharing. Yeah, I'm sharing. So last night, we kind of went down to here, 60,700, something like that. And since we've climbed up a little bit, nothing, no big deal. We've gone up a couple $1,000. Maybe this week we'll flatline. Maybe we'll continue to head down. But look at this, we're hitting the EMA down here, 200 EMA on the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart. Now, this isn't, today's technical analysis lesson. And this is very, very simple technical analysis here. And here's the EMA. This would be the 100 EMA on a daily chart. It's down there. And again, this is just very, throw some EMAs on there, get some ideas. Look, this is also the area of previous resistance. So that's probably going to turn into support. Is there a good chance the high 50s to 60 will probably be the bottom or provide some good support? Yeah, probably. Especially if the ETF inflows just don't stop. Who's going to keep selling into it? Yes, Grayscale still has some more to sell. Could we get down, into the 40s or something? Yeah, sure. That would suck. It would suck for us too. What are we going to do? Well, we'll have to roll with those punches. That's all we're going to have to do. And what are we going to do by rolling? What do you mean by rolling with the punches? Well, what I mean is rolling positions, adjusting positions, moving things out of the way, storing the value further out, waiting for things to come back. Maybe we'll short some futures temporarily to help offset the delta, or maybe a slightly negative delta at some point. But here's the thing. This is the point where a lot of people capitulate. They capitulate because we've seen a lot of longs being liquidated. They're over leveraged. And how many times do you have to say don't over leverage, right? You've always got to keep some margin. You've always got to keep some powder dry. We don't know where the bottom is. Maybe we saw the bottom last night. Maybe the bottom will be in 2 weeks, at 57,000. I don't know. You never go all in. And this is a mistake a lot of people make is they get so desperate or they get shaken out. They get shaken out, and finally they just go all in. Oh, this must be it. They just boom, pile on. One more shakeout, they're done for good. That's not the way to trade. There's nothing wrong with scaling into a position if that's what you want to do. Because again, we're not in the business of picking tops and bottoms. Think about an ETF. An ETF, if they're buying a particular asset, do they buy aggressively as it goes down? No. They typically buy lightly on the way it goes down. So they're getting a good average price. They're sucking up. They buy more aggressively when it goes up, on its way up, right? That's the direction. They want to go with the direction, right? They're not trying to catch a falling knife. They'll add to it. And we have to think the same way. If it wants to start climbing back up and, by the end of the week or next week, we're in the high 60s, low 70s again, you'll bet your bottom dollar that I would have been picking up more futures, closed out a lot of my short call positions if I was selling short calls. And I did sell a little bit of short calls on some accounts today, 69,000, 71,000 around there, expiring on the 29th. Okay, this is getting to be a long daily summary. I guess I just wanted to say to everyone that this is normal. Everyone in the world was leveraged long. The dealers needed to make some money. If we don't allow the market makers and dealers to make money, they're not going to be able to make markets, and the markets are gone. They needed to get some of those coin back so they had inventory. So a pullback is natural. 10, 15%, 20%, well, that's not out of the realm of the extraordinary. For cryptocurrency, is it? And we went about 15% from very top, all-time highs, to the bottom of this current downtrend, which happened last night, was around 15%, perfectly in line with crypto. And remember, everything in crypto is exaggerated, right? Because everyone's leveraged. So I think the point I'm trying to make here is that you can't panic. I've said it 1,000 times. Keep some amount of margin. Could we keep going down? Yep, but they're not going to shake us out. I'll just keep adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. Yes, I might sell some calls, but I'll quickly buy those back if we reverse. I've got no problem, or we're adjusting those on the upside. I've got no problem. That's the life of an option seller. This pullback was required. It was necessary. The thing is we didn't know if it was going to pull back from its high or was it going to go to 100,000 quickly and then pull back to 75. That would have been a pretty violent event too, right? Those pullbacks are going to happen. They're a natural breathing and resting cycle for the market. There's got to be profit taking. There's all kinds of different participants doing all kinds of things in the market. So it's not just as simple as this amount of coins are being mined every day. This is the current demand from ETFs. It's going to go up. Yeah, on balance, long term, it probably is, but expect these short term fluctuations. So I think that's probably about enough for today. Yes, the account equity is down because we're long. We're not changing a damn thing. We'll keep rolling with the punches if it keeps wanting to go down. If it goes flatline for the next week or two, well, guess what? Our equity is going to go up because volatility will probably drop. That premium will start coming in. We want to go up. If we want to go up aggressively, we'll move some calls out of the way that we sold. Bob's your uncle, and we're going to make money.
Hey, and thanks for watching our daily summary video. For those of you who want to learn more, I would invite you to come and watch the full videos. These full videos are where Richard and I sit down every day, sometimes multiple times per day. We discuss the market, the metrics, our account, everything you can possibly imagine, and we execute the trades in real time. You get to see it all. Where else could you see professional fund traders do this in an account specifically set up for you, the viewer, to learn all the tips and tactics we've learned over the last 50 years combined? Now, this is for silver members and above. If you go to Roguetrader.academy, silver members and above get access to this live stream every day, as well as the recordings. On top of that, there's a weekly Ask Me Anything call. And as the name implies, you can ask us anything. Plus, you get access to all of our courses. We put out a new course every 3 or 4 months approximately. Plus, you get access to our interactive live alerts Telegram channel. And this is a Telegram channel where we're putting our trades in real time as we make them, but it's interactive. That's what makes it different. So you can ask us questions. We will chat back and forth during the day with all of our members. It's super, super incredible value. So do yourself a favor. Head over to Roguetrader.academy, join up, and we'll see you soon.